Mic test, mic test, mic test, mic test, mic test. Am I live? Let me watch your own stream, make sure, I am actually live. Can you hear myself? Hold on, one moment. Mic test, mic test. Okay, it seems like I am live. So, alright, so today will be a quick stream on Iron Saga stuff. Of course, if you're watching this in the future, just know, thing I talk about will be timestamped in the timestamps and in the pin comments. So, feel free to ask me any questions, in our Discord or in the comments below as well. Today I will just be going over all the things that might be worth it, in recent updates, because again, I've been missing a lot of things. There's just something that happened recently, so, either way, let's try to get through the things, which is not that much to go through anyway, and I want to aim for finishing it under 20 minutes. Yeah, because I don't think that there's much, and, if it is under 20 minutes, then I think I can just, it'll be easier, I think. So, like the title said, it will just be, I'm gonna show myself real quick. Alright, welcome. Alright, hold on, let me, okay. I think the chat is not showing for some reason. One moment, because, I saw some chat, but, for some reason it's not showing, but, you know what, it's whatever. Anyway. But, also feel free to ask questions during the live as well, in case you have any questions, because again, I know I haven't been streaming too much. The next stream will be on the Gaigar collab for NC, or for Ian, so stay tuned on that. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I don't know why it wasn't. Alright, well, anyway, so let's start with Echo Vasago. Is it worth it? I don't even know if it's still here. The short answer just is not. It is not worth it at all. It came out way too late, and the only thing that I can use Neo Vasago for is probably in time stop teams in Apex or something, right? As your gimmick team or something like that. That is really the only one that is really. Oh, welcome. Can you send me some gift codes? The gift codes are in Iron Saga official, so you can just join Iron Saga official and you can get, and I think there are codes there. I'm not sure how much still works, but you can definitely ask, around to see what a code is. But I don't know. I don't know the actual gift code. So, they're holding up BU counters. I mean, BU is a very gimmicky unit, so it can break the meta depending on things. But we'll see, right? So, Neo Vasago, definitely not, or Psychovass, definitely not worth it at all. It's only fine if you were to have it at max already or something. Like, even if you have an A-star, I don't even think it is worth it now, because again, it came out way too late. There's nothing you can really do, using it. Even in time stop teams, one enemy's Gunbuster can just destroy, all of these. So, yeah. Alright, now, Neo Eternal Prime. Now, this is actually a bit more worth it. Now, it is still pretty outdated, or it still came out late. It should have came out a lot earlier, but because it came out late, it is just not, it is not worth it at all. But it is slightly more useful than Psychovass, and it will be very fun, or I guess it'll be usable in time stop teams in Apex, but it wouldn't have no chance against the modern units, nowadays, or the units that I talked about in this video, so, or in this stream. So, anything else? The collab pilots, yeah. Nothing too crazy, it's still the old thing, but I mean, if you guys haven't grabbed a Shizulu, definitely grab a Shizulu. She'll be pretty useful in, I mean, you can even use her in PvP as well if you really want to, but even in PvE, she's pretty good in PvE, so that's pretty much about the collab. So, pretty underwhelming. Well, it's not exactly underwhelming, it's like the whole collab and all the new trophy just came out way too late compared to when it was in NC or in CN. So like a lot of the units now, like the next two unit, Mega Archgiant and Thunderbolt just completely destroyed, these units. So, what else? Okay, so now onto Mega Archgiant. Now this is starting to be kind of worth it. Now I say kind of is because we don't know when Getter Collab will come, or the Getter Emperor will come in Ian. Because Mecha Archgiant was pretty oppressive until Getter Emperor. So yeah, we don't know, like, basically Mecha Archgiant will probably have as long of a lifetime, or I guess usability, until whenever Getter Emperor comes. So if you're someone who's saving for Getter Emperor or something like that, then I think you can probably save for this. But this is a very good unit, both in PvP and in PvE. So yeah. Peak. Hello, welcome. Why, bro? How to build M-Hero Spark? I have a video. Yeah, I have a stream on M-Hero Spark. That you can check that out. So yeah. Yeah. So just go check out my M-Hero Spark video. You know, on my stream I have everything listed there. So just go on my live stream and you can watch the VOD and how I build it and such. So. But overall, I think Mecha Giant is might even be usable at 7 stars. So for those who might be interested in Mecha Archgiant, I think for the time being, you know, because I don't think they will. I mean, unless Ian like have Getter out sooner, which I don't think it will, like sooner than how it was in CN in a schedule. Then I think you'll have at least the same worth it is compared to when it was in CN, which I'd say for a unit, it is kind of worth it, and especially when you know you can use it in PvE as well, not as DPS but as a support. And even when you know this unit has lower usage, it is still you can still use it as a support carry. So yeah. Not bad at all. But again, if you're saving for Getter Emperor, then I think you can probably just save for Getter Emperor, and that would have been a lot better overall. So, and I think I already gone over the the Water Collab. You know, for anyone who want to see it, just check out my last stream, and there will be that. And now, Thunderbolt, which I will talk about something about Mecha Archgiant as well. Thunderbolt, also pretty good, but you know, it's not as versatile as Mecha Archgiant. But if you were to get this unit, then it will be similar to Mecha Archgiant. It will be usable. It will be pretty good, and then it will just be usable all the way until Getter Emperor, and then Getter Emperor will just, you know, dominate the arena. And so yeah. Now, one thing in common for both Mecha Archgiant as well as Thunderbolt, and this is actually something that can make both of them more worth in EN, is that they remove HP based on targets, like the target's max HP, so not their own. I mean, they do scale on things, you know, they do have damage scaling based on their own HP, but they also have skills, and especially Thunderbolt are pretty good against units with high max HP, which would be, you know, Mikoto Awaken from the Galgaigar collab, which Galgaigar collab was actually is not EN yet because of, you know, certain cover. Well, it is in review at the moment. With the IP holder from what staff said. So because they technically came early. So because they technically came early. Even if they have the same, I guess, even if the schedule followed the same with Getter Emperor with CN, then it will be a little bit more worth it, or maybe for like a month or so, versus, you know, how it was in CN. But what happened when both of these two units came out is that a really strong combo, which is Mikoto Awaken from Galgaigar collab, combined with, you know, whatever Galgaigar unit that can, you know, make her gain infinite max HP. Both Thunderbolt and Mecha Archgiant are extremely good against that strategy, making it basically almost a necessity in PvP almost. So yeah. However, these two units are the only two that can do that so consistently. Most other units, you know, coming out recently are actually remove HP based on their own self HP. So yeah. So yeah. Because Galgaigar collab is delayed in EN, it will have both Thunderbolt and Mecha Archgiant will have slightly more worth than it was, you know, than it might be in CN if EN follows, you know, the NC's schedule. However, at the same time, I think Getter Emperor will be a great equalizer because, you know, when Getter Emperor is here, everything just, you know, both of them are just gonna get oppressed. And because both of them are oppressed, Mikoto Awaken combined with 4G is gonna come back up again, and just be a very good support with practically the potential of infinite max HP. So yeah, and at that point, even if you bring Thunderbolt or Mecha Archgiant, it will just get destroyed by some other by Saint Dragon and by Getter Emperor. So yeah, and yeah, but for I'll talk about the whole Mikoto infinite HP thing on the next stream when when the Galaga collab does come in EN. So yeah, also 喵喵欢迎欢迎欢迎。是啊，Jesus Christ. So, however, I do think that Thunderbolt is a little bit less, worth it compared to Mecha Archgiant, because Mecha Archgiant can do almost everything. It can do, you have rules in both PvP and PvE, and can also do a lot of other rules as well. And again, it will be there are also very good tools against units with very very high max HPs. However, it's just for Thunderbolt, it is a bit too trying to anti max HP, because if you look at Thunderbolt's skill, you can see why on why it is specialized against some units like Mikoto and such, like the Mikoto Awaken and such. So and now we have Yohua. Now I don't know much about Yohua. I think I saw it being used for like a month, and after that it's just gone. Come on, let me just check what Yohua's skill does, but either way I don't think it's worth it, because again I just don't see this unit often in PvP. But of course EN, there could always be differences in EN because of different schedule and because of the lower competitiveness. It's not like these will like most of the units will probably work better in EN than how it was in CN, but yeah, you guys should know what I mean. So let me go check Yohua real quick, just to make sure everything he does is fine. That's it. Oh, okay. Yohua also removes HP based on enemies, like the enemy's max HP. This means it can potentially be good against the units such as Mikoto Awaken and such. But yeah, I don't really think this unit is necessary per se. When you have Thunderbolts and when you have Thunderbolts and Mega Archgiant. So when enemy max HP is over 50k, the effect is doubled. Which is kind of just it is very funny that I guess Game Duchy introduce a problem that is Mikoto with his infinite HP, and then solve the problems by releasing mecha such as Thunderbolt and such. So Mega Archgiant is at least not as I mean, I don't know, it kind of is too. I forgot if Mega Archgiant was before. I think it was after Galagar. So it's kind of funny that they saw that, oh snap, like there's like a free to play combo that can make Mikoto Awaken with King Day, with the King whatever ship the thing is have infinite HP. And they gotta release units that can remove enemies max HP based on the enemy's max HP, which is I don't know, just kind of funny. But at the same time, if there are nothing that plays around with that, like with infinite max HP or with HP stacking, then the skill I think will be actually less good compared to say remove HP based on your own max HP. And also, I don't really think skills like these, like skills that removes enemies max HP or based on enemies max HP, will be that prevalent, because I think they want to make us upgrade to 9-star for the HP upgrade, which usually is not necessary. But now it being a bit more necessary because HP is scaling on a lot of things. If they put out too much effects that removes percentage of HP based on enemies max HP, then what's even the point of upgrading HP, right? Then just don't upgrade it, and you will still die the same speed because they remove HP based on your max HP. So We'll see though. We'll see though. It's also not impossible that it is also not impossible that there are units that would both kind of HP removal come out in the future. So yeah. But anyway, most of the things in this, or I guess most of in the recent updates, I think the most worth it one are Mega Giants. It can probably last for at least, I would say, I don't know, 4 months, at least 3 months, because that is how long it lasted. I mean, that's how long. I mean, actually, no, yeah, about 4 months, I think, is how long Mega Giant lasted. Like as a dominant PvP. Now, I don't. It's either 3 months or 4 months. So yeah. But then after, again, everything after Emperor is just Emperor era. So, and Emperor and Zhonghu, Emperor, Saint Dragon, Zhonghu, and Mikoto, Infinite HP, Galgagar. So, all right. So I think this should cover everything. Is there anything I haven't talked about yet? Definitely let me know. Let me see. Why? Yeah. I not feel good in the game Storm release and I not feel good when the game Storm release new max and rerun collab. Yeah, I mean, I don't think. Okay, I don't think it's that fast. Like the CB has been pretty fast so far, but yes, collabs has been a lot. There has been a lot of collabs lately. But at the same time, this game would not survive if they have no collabs. Like, there's no chance that this game would have survived for this long if they don't, do collabs. I mean, probably they will, but it wouldn't be as, like, they wouldn't have made as much money, compared to, if they don't do collabs. What I would say is that just get the things you want. Like, just don't go all in on every collab. Like, see if you really likes it, right? See if you really likes it. Let's say Gunbuster. Like, I will skip everything on both of the Waterloo collabs, but maybe I'll just get a pilots because I just don't really like the chibi mechas, right? But I do like Get an Emperor, so so what I did was I only get the pilots from the from both of the Waterloo collabs. And then I just save all the way until Get the Emperor. And I just didn't roll Zhonghu, I didn't roll Thunderbolt, I didn't roll Mega Archgiant and such. And I will have enough to, roll for Get the Emperor and such. And I guess there's a problem of Galgagar in between. And the reason why I don't need to save for that is because, I already have Galgagar at max level, so I don't really need to do that. But the good thing about Galgagar is, even if you can't have, even let's say if you're saving for, I guess let's say if you want to use the Mikoto strategy. I mean, ideally it would still be better if you were to get, 4G, a max revive, but King J Der is also plenty good enough. I mean, not in the top level, but you can still use the infinite HP thing, even with King Jader. So there are, I guess, replaceable options. So yeah. Now I don't think King Jader is gonna survive in in the metas, in top PvP if you were to use it, even with infinite HP such. But at least it is usable. It is not like you're trying to use the default getter, right, from in the Getter collab, which is a lot older as a mecha, and King Jader can actually do something, it can actually damage something into his meta. So yeah. But I would probably again, if you just pick just pick the collabs that you like, and then know what is actually good in the collab, then roll those units. Don't roll for for example, when Getter collab comes, don't roll for Dragon, don't roll for Shin Getter, because again, both of them are kind of the dev just gave up. So just roll Emperor and just roll Saint Dragon, and you'll be fine in terms of meta. But I mean, of course, if you like Shin Getter Dragon, if you like Shin Getter, then I think you should definitely roll them. But again, just know that, only if you really like them, they're not gonna be doing much in, in top metas. So, of course, again, Ian can be different. Ian can be different. At least you can probably get to, top 500 or something, even if you were to use, even if you were to roll Shin Getter or Shin Getter Dragon or whatever and such. So, yeah. And I will, of course, do a video on what is actually worth it in the collabs, so you guys can, make up your mind on what you guys like overall. So Alright, so I think that should be everything. I don't want this stream to be too long. Again, you know, everything I talk about will be translated in the comments and in the description. Also, what are you asking? Like, what? I don't know what you were asking, but just know, you know, that everything just ask in the comments, and yeah, everything should be fine. Okay, well, I think that's a good time to end the stream. So.